How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. So yesterday, it happened. Legends ZA officially leaked. It was data mined. Everything has been basically out. People have been able to play the game and stuff like that. And something massive actually also came out from another side of things, which is from none else than Jan. Now, Jan is a person who keeps up with the leak stuff, and Jan apparently says that the Chinese uncle, as he's usually called, which is a Chinese leaker who has leaked stuff many times, like several times in the past, apparently came out and said something interesting. So here's what they say. Data miners on Chinese social media already data mined out 50 new megas for the Mega Dimension Z, ZA, DLC, right? So you guys know we're getting the DLC. It's this DLC. You guys know it already. Turns out they were already able to data mine out essentially all 15 of the megas. So if you don't know what we spoiled for what the megas are, then you should probably not watch this video, but you might have already read it on the screen. But I thought we'd go through the list and see what's actually in there. Central reposted it as well and has the list here as well. But here's basically what they say. You know, like they'll say, by the way, Heatran, Darkrai, Zero Aura is still there, but likely they've been counting them as base game megas instead. Because yes, Heatran, Darkrai, and Zero Aura are also getting megas, but they're in the base game. They're just not available to actually receive, apparently, as of yet. There's like something, you know, like they're not available, so to say. But here is the list of all the megas. Apparently, we know that we have Raichu X, Raichu Y, Chimecho is going to get a mega, which I do not know what that would look like. I'm very curious. Now, I mean, listen, now people can start drawing fan art again for more new megas for this DLC. So Chimecho is one. Absol Z, oh my god, Toyoko's gonna be so happy. So Absol Z, so a brand new form of Absol potentially also, which is also incredible. Staraptor as well, getting a mega. God bless, like Staraptor getting a mega is gonna be so peak, man. Garchomp Z is gonna be crazy, and Lucario Z. Think about that, just think about that in your head. Garchomp Z and Lucario Z is crazy, okay? Like that's actually insanity, I'm not even gonna lie, like that's actually crazy, but it's there. It's there. It's being listed. Next up is Golurk getting a mega, which I'm very curious to see what that's going to look like, especially based on the fact that we've seen all these other leaks and stuff. I'm very curious to see what Golurk would look like. Then there's also mentions of Meowstic getting one. Crabominable gets a mega as well, apparently. And Golisopod as well. Magearna apparently... Wait, okay. Magearna getting a mega? Okay. All right. Now, Golisopod is crazy. Golisopod I'm excited for. Magearna, all right. Scovillain. Okay, so they're giving some love to at least, like, you know, some Gen 9 Pokemon and stuff like that too, which is interesting. Because they also include Glimora, which, I don't know, that's... I don't know, man. I'm kind of worried about that one. But Tatsugiri is in here, and Baxcalibur as well. Which, dude... I mean, Baxcalibur getting it is gonna be insane. How in the hell is Baxcalibur gonna be like a mega? Like, that's insane. And Tatsugiri, I'm excited to see what the little sushi is gonna look like when it's mega evolved. That's gonna be very interesting. I hope they make it into a really good mega. But, again, they share here like the translation and stuff, you know, and all that. It's pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too, like, you know, out of the ordinary. Just the usual stuff. But yeah, data miners on Chinese socials have shared this. It is interesting, but it's all supposed to be megas and most likely real, because this matches with stuff that's being said from other sources too, and things that have been shared by other people who have inside information. Like, it seems to be matching up really well with that information, right? It seems to match up with what they've said. So in that regard, I think it's most likely real, which makes me excited because I want to see what's going to come from this. But it doesn't end there, though. We do have more stuff. Like, for example, Pokemon Tracker Terra Leak GFO is back. So yes, if you guys do not remember, GFO was basically the guy called Game Freakout. Basically, it's the guy who leaked an insane amount of information about Pokemon, what was it, like Pokémon Legends ZA, as well as all the other like Pokemon stuff, because he hacked into their servers, the Pokemon servers, the Game Freak servers, Pokemon Company servers, and was able to basically siphon out playable builds, early versions, documents, emails, data, so much stuff. And apparently that guy just went out and actually put out the ZA dev builds. So the actual ZA dev builds, like the builds of the game that were like, you know, just early in development, they have now been released. And in those builds, apparently you were able to fly on on a Talonflame. But apparently that's not in the game anymore, so it's really unfortunate. But yeah, So that's that. And then they say the build dates are as follows. There's a build that's from 2024, I think. Well, another one for 2024. So there's multiple, actually, many 2024 builds. One is from the 7th month. So June, July, August, right? So like not that many crazy ones. The builds from the July month and the first of July, I guess the last July one, so the 30th, and the one from the 9th of August are built for X64 Windows, and the rest are NX64 Nintendo Switch. Altogether so far, 88 gigabytes of content have been published by GFO, which, yeah, I mean, some people have been saying, like, over on My Nintendo News have also talked about it, because, yeah, their source code for ZA has leaked on 4chan, with PC builds of the game, and 3 Nintendo Switch builds have been being dumped online. And these builds look really weird. Like, they actually had an idea to almost do, like, the action bar for, like, where you have your, like, items and stuff. Looked very similar to, like, kind of like Arceus, but also they were trying to kind of leaning in, like, almost like an MMO looking style, which is really weird to see. Like, it's really odd. It just doesn't fit. But it's there. It's there. You know, it's there. So, you know, what else can I say? But other than that, though, basically the game has leaked at this point. So if you guys like do not want to be spoiled, I mean, the game comes out in a few days anyways, and you know, so you don't have to stress too much about it. It's coming out very, very soon, like literally in 2 days. So no stress in regards to that. But it is interesting though with the amount of stuff that is dropping. You know, all the different like leaks and stuff, and all the different like information. It seems like a lot of stuff going on right now. But yeah, a lot of people are playing the game. A lot of people are trying it. And yes, we have the entire list. Like I still can't believe that this is, of all things that happened in the last few days, this is kind of crazy to me. But the fact also that Tatsugiri gets 3 forms, 1 stone, is kind of weird as well. Like, think about that for a second. Even Magirna, 2 forms with 1 stone. Like, let's think about that for a minute. So there's 2 Raichus, right? We already seen that. We have got Chancho, Absol Z, Staraptor, Garchomp Z, Lucario Z, Golurk, Meowstic, Crabominable, Golisopod. Magirna gets 2 forms, but those forms are all just with 1 single Mega Stone. Scovillain, Glimora, and Tatsugiri gets 3 forms, but with 1 stone, and then Excalibur as well. Why give them so many forms? I don't really know. I'm curious to see how that's going to work with like Megas. Like, how will different forms of Megas actually function? That's something that I don't know if have we ever had that before? I don't think we ever had that before, actually. Like when I think back, like when I'm just trying to think, I don't think like I don't know. I don't really think like I've ever like, you know, really thought about that. Like how would we have like, I mean, we have like X and Y versions, but those are separate stones, right? If you want to like Charizard X and Y are 2 separate stones that you have to get in case of that, right? So how does this make any sense? Like, I'm trying to like get it all to go through my head and make sense, but it's a little confusing. I'm not gonna lie. But nonetheless, though, again, I want to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on all this. Again, I'll be posting stuff about ZA starting this Wednesday when the Australian release starts. I might also be streaming the game because I think I've scheduled the stream to go up. So there's gonna be that. I'm gonna have loads of videos for you guys. Like, I'm trying to make as much stuff as I possibly can. I am so tired right now because I've been prepping a bunch of stuff in the background for you. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the videos. Hopefully they'll be good, and hopefully you guys will be happy with them. But yeah, this is some of the stuff. Now, the thing is, I'm not going to be showing some of the other leaks, but I will confirm Xerneas and Yveltal are available to be caught in the post-game of the game. So that's something you should know. They are available in the post-game, just an FYI. So that's that. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.